In this video, we will see how the DBSCAN algorithm works. It forms clusters using core points and assign border points to one of its neighboring clusters. So we have seen that in density based algorithm, based on the number of data points inside a particular radius, we will be clustering, or we will be deciding whether the data point is a core point or the border point. So this DBSCAN algorithm also works based on the same concept. Yes, it forms clusters using core points, as we said, and the assign border points to one of its neighboring clusters. So how can we assign the points inside a cluster? That's what we are going to see with the help of this DBSCAN algorithm. So the steps are: label all the points as core, border or noise points. Eliminate noise points. Put an edge between all core points with a distance epsilon of each other. And the fourth step is make each group of connected core points into a separate cluster. Assign each border point to one of the cluster of its associated. Assign each border point to the one of the clusters of its associated core points. So these are the 5 steps we have to do in case of DBSCAN algorithm. Now we'll see with example how this algorithm works. Yes. So I have taken this example, that is P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. These are the 5 data points I have. Now I have to see which points can be clustered and which points will be the neighbor point. What is the condition we said? See, this is the diagonal point. This is the diagonal point in which P1 to P2, always the P1 to P2, P1 value will be 0 only, because the distance between P1 and the P1 is 0. So if you take the other values like P2 to P1, P3 to P1, like that, the data given in the data set is like this. Okay, the distance between one data point to the other. Okay, with this what we have to do? We should know which are the core point and which are the border points. So we will take that the minimum value, the epsilon value is 0.15. So for this, so how many points do we have? Inside this within 0.15 we will check, and the minimum points we will consider it as say we have yes 1 2 3 will be coming, yes 0.25 we will consider. Okay, so 0.25 let us take as epsilon value, and the minimum point let it be 3. Minimum point let it be 3. So now we have to cluster. Okay, what we should do now? We have to decide whether it is a core point or noise point or the data point. Noise point, core point or the border point. These are the 3 things we have to classify. So first I am taking P1. So if I check this column, I have to check whether within 0.25 any points are there. So within 0.25, 1, 2 and including this 3 are there. So I can say that P1 is a core point. P1 is a core point. Then P2. If I check P2 within 0.25, how many points are there? I have to check. So 1, 2, then 3, then 4, 5. So this is also core point. Next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Better I think we can take because all will become core point, all are having less than 0.25. So we will erase it and make it as 0.15 as a 0.15 as a radius epsilon value, and minimum point as 3. In that case we will find now which is the core point and which is the neighboring points. So if I take P1, so I am checking here, less than 0.15, how many data points are there? So only one is there, so it is a not a core point. It can be neighbor point or the border point. Okay, next P2. So within 0.5, 1, 2 and 3. So it is satisfying my condition. So it can be a core point. P2 is a core point. Then P3. So if you take P3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 are there, so it is core point. And P4, it is 1, 2, yes, only 2 are there. So it is either a border point or the noise point. It can be either border point or noise point. Then P5 if you take 1, 2. Only 2 data points are there. So we will assume, we will make it as border or noise point. Then P6 if you take 1, 2, yes, only 2 data points are there. So we will make it as border point. Now we have to decide, we said like only 2 core points are there, that is P2 and the core point is P3. Okay. Now inside the P2 what are the points we have? That is P3, P5 and P6. P3, P5 and P6. So I am saying P3, P5 and P6 is there here. Okay. Then, so this is my core point P2. Now, what I am saying? Now I have to take P3 and P3 has a, again, P3. Inside P3, P2 is there. Yes, P2 is there. So we will make it as border. Okay. Then P4 is there and P6 is there. So P4, P6 we will maintain here. Okay. Done. So now we have to see. So now P2 is core point and P3 is core point. Now we have to check what about this P4, P6, P5 and P6. Already P6 is there. So P3, P4, P5. So P6 should be in the border of both. So what we have to do? I am deleting here and I am putting P6 here because P6 is there in both P2 and P3. So I am putting P6 here. Okay, fine. P2 is there. Yes, P3 is there inside the border of P2. Then P5 is there. That's it. Only 3 points. Correct. Okay, fine. Then it is there in the P6 inside the P3 only. So I am deleting here and I am making the same P6 only. Fine. Now we have to check about P1. P1 is not there, right? So where we have to, we will see. Okay. Now P2 and P3 are core points. P4, P5 we will check. See P4, P5 we have two neighboring points. Two neighboring points. P4 if you take, P5 if you take. We will see whether this point which is 0.15, it is connected to core point. Since P3 is a core point and the P4 lies within the core point P3, P4 lies within the core point P3, P4 lies within the core point P3, I will say that P4 is the border of P3. So P4 will be the border of P3. So P4 is border point. P2 and P3 is core point. Now we will go to P5. P5 we are seeing that it is 0.14 and it is in the border of P2. So see here, it is in the border of P2. Then P5 it is 0.0, so it will not come. Then no else value is there. So P5 is the border point of P2. It is the border of the core point P2. So we will mention P5 as a border point. Then P6. So what is P6? 1, 2. Only two values are there within 0.15. In that, one is the same P6 and the other one is 0.11. We will check what is the respective data point. It is P3. So inside the P6, so P6 is in the region of P3. There P3 is the core point. So P6 will be called as border point. So I am taking this as a border point. Now we will come to P1. So inside 0.15, within 0.15 there is no value. So P1 is not there in the region of any of the data core data points. So P1 is called as noise point. P1 is called as noise point. So ultimately what is said here is the points which are inside the region of core point is called as border, and the point which are having minimum 3 points within its radius, they will be called as core points, and the point which doesn't satisfy both of these two conditions will be called as noise point. This is about DB scan algorithm. Hope you would have understood. Thank you.